Friends, this is Bhupati Raj, Mantra IAS Academy, Hyderabad. Yeah, today's topic ratio and proportion. You know, Mantra, especially what you can say that for UPSC, Civil Services Examination, at the same time, what you call CLAT, implies for UPSC CSC exams, at the same time, law entrance exams. So, the topic ratio and proportion, it's very important topic for these two examinations. Of course, no doubt it's very useful for all competitive examinations. And same question paper నేను షేర్ చేస్తాను. Look at this paper and try చేయండి. Before that, I'll give the whole information. Total concept ఇస్తాను. Ratio, proportion ఏంటి, everything. So, fundamental దగ్గర నుంచి మొదలెట్టేసి almost all big number of questions we have here. I'll try to tell all the questions here. I'll take 15 questions today, my youngsters. Point is, what is ratio? That I'll start now. Fundamental point is this. So, example, a ratio given to that, given ratio, imagine 2:3 beta. This is the ratio. So, will you please tell me what are those numbers? By knowing ratio, ఈ రేషియో చూసిన తర్వాత నెంబర్స్ ఏంటి, ఇట్స్ ఇంపాసిబుల్ టు టేక్. రీజన్ బికాస్ ఈ నెంబర్స్ ఏమైనా కావచ్చు కదా. నెంబర్స్ మేబీ వాట్ ఈస్ అట్ 2x, 3x, 20, 30. యూ కెన్ సే దట్ 200, 300. సో గో ఆన్. అందుకని ఏం చేస్తాం, సింపుల్గా 2x, 3x రాస్తాను తప్ప bold and 2 4s are 8 and 3 4s are 12. Yes, exactly, these two also. So ratio ఇచ్చిన తర్వాత నెంబర్స్ చెప్పడం కష్టం. దాంతో విల్ టేక్ దిస్ ఈస్ వాట్ యూ కాల్ ద రేషియో 2:3. నెంబర్స్ మస్ట్ బి విల్ టేక్ 2x and 3x. దట్స్ ద స్టోరీ. సో నౌ నెంబర్స్ ఆర్ 2x, 3x. అలా కాకుండా నెంబర్స్ ఇచ్చారు అనుకోండి, 40, 50 నెంబర్స్ ఇచ్చారు. నౌ టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఆర్ ద రేషియో. ద రేషియో యూ కెన్ సింప్లీ టెల్ దట్ 40:50 beta. That's called as what the ratio, please? 4:5. That means the definition in this case, if we want to consider it, least form of two quantities is called as ratio. The lowest form. Therefore, what? If you know the numbers, you can write the ratio. But if you know the ratio, it's impossible to tell the numbers. That's the reason immediately in this విషయం 2x, 3x. So, ఇప్పటి నుంచి మీకు ఎప్పుడు ప్రాబ్లంలో 2:3 కనిపించినా కానీ ఎనీథింగ్ 3:4 అనుకోండి. నెంబర్స్ అంటే ఏం చేస్తారు సార్? 3x, 4x అని తీసుకుంటే చాలు. So, in this ratio now, in 2:3, what is the first term name and second term? But the first term is known as antecedent, second term is known as consequent. This is what you call here antecedent, and this is what you call consequent. So now proportionality. What's the definition of proportionality? Called as equality of two ratios is called proportion beta. Implies if A is to B is equal to C is to D, we say that A, B, C, D are in proportion. A, B, C, D are in proportion, my dear. So the first and last terms, if you take this AD, middle terms BC. First and last terms known as, in this case, extremes. And this is what you call, please, means. Meek telsu proportionality application, the formula here. Product of extremes. Product of extremes is equal to what I have to write, please? Product of means implies A into D is equal to B into C beta. This is the proportionality point. So, very important point. Ratio చెప్పాను, proportionality మీకు అర్థమైంది. ఇక దీంట్లో different types of proportionalities ఉంటాయి. And you say that different types of ratios కూడా ఉంటాయి. ఇందులో first point I want to take that example. Third proportional. Yes, B square by A is the third proportional to A comma B అంటాం. B square by is called as, example, two ratios ఇచ్చారని, two numbers ఇచ్చారు మీకు. 2:3, or you can say 2:2, 3. What's the third proportionality of these there? You say that 3 square by 2. మనం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చేసినప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది. ఇది థర్డ్ ప్రపోర్షనాలిటీ బేటా. అట్లాగే ఫోర్త్ ప్రపోర్షనాలిటీ. Now, what is the fourth proportionality, sir? That is BC by A is the fourth proportionality of ABC. If you have three numbers are there, how can you find fourth proportionality? Product of the second and third by first one. By that you can say that BC by A. Very important point in this case is mean proportional. Beta, root of AB is called the mean proportional between A and B. Mean proportional to A comma B. దీనికి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం చేస్తాం అట్లాగా. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 3,75 అనుకోండి. What you can say that 3 into 75. How much it is? Root of 225. If it comes out 15 is the mean proportionality between, of course, 3 and 75. నా ప్రపోర్షనాలిటీలో ఎలాగైతే మీరు చెప్పారో డిఫరెంట్ రేషియోస్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో దట్ పర్టికులర్ కేస్ you say that duplicate ratio. What I'm using here, duplicate ratio. That is called as a square is to b square is called otherwise is the duplicate ratio of a is to b beta. Number in this case, subduplicate ratio. How can you say subduplicate ratio, sir? A to the power of 1 by 2 is to b to the power of 1 by 2 is the subduplicate ratio of a is to b, my dear. Implies root a is to root b anamata. That's the only one thing in this case to consider. In same style, triplicate ratio, if you take it, triplicate ratio, try called as 3. A cube is to b cube is the triplicate ratio of a is to b, baba. In same style, subtriplicate ratio, if I mention that a to the power of 1 by 3 is to b power 1 by 3, emantam manam subtriplicate ratio of these things anta. So these are the basic fundamental points. Of course, last and final one, you can say compounded ratio. Compounded ratio. Example, a is to b is there, comma c is to d is there. At the same time, e is to f is there, beta. So product of antecedents is to product of consequence, BDF, is called as compounded ratio. Ila ratios ichestaru. What's a compound ratio? A compounded ratio of these ratios. So automatically first terms is to second terms, called as antecedents is to consequence. This is what you can say the ratio proportion fundamental points. So many points will do while doing the problems. So beta, I'll just start the first bit here. Find the ratio of days and February and June. Baba, you might be knowing that February strictly mentioned that ఇక్కడ డౌట్ రాకూడదు. So 29 తీసుకోవాలా 28 తీసుకోవాలా. So when he, of course, the point that the examiner simply focusing upon February implies the February nothing but what? February is only ordinary year we have to consider. Otherwise, leap February he mentions. So therefore, in the February, we have 28 days better. In the month of June, we have 30. So he's asking ratio. That's 2 14 times, and you say 2 15 times. So February is 28 and June is 30 days. 14 is to 15. Answers choose kangar padkudu, please. The intention of the examiner is that. So 14 15 is not in option A, B, C. So answer is obviously beautifully none answer. Ala cheyali. Then second question is important here. ఇక్కడ స్లోగా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. Divide rupees 36 in the ratio of 1 is to t. 1 is to 2 beta. We have to divide an amount of how much here? 36 rupees. In this ratio, that means first person should get one part, the other fellow gets two parts. So second fellow gets more than that of the first person. 2 parts is going to get out of 36 rupees. So first part, or you can say first person. First part is nothing, but how you can do that? In this ratio 1 is to 2, first part is 1. By sum of the ratio beta, that is sum of the ratio implies 1 plus 2. Okay, for the sake of understanding, I'm writing this. Next onwards, you can write directly 1 by 3 like that. Out of 36, this is the case. So now 1 by 3 out of 36 implies 3 12s are. First part is 12. What is the second part? Simply you can minus this, 36 minus 12, you can get simply 24. Or second part, mathematically, if you want to do that, same. This is 2 by 3 out of 36. Or directly 3 cancel, 2 into 12 also acceptable. So 3 12 times, the second part is 24. Divide 36 in the ratio of what is that? 1 is to 2 indicates. First part is 12. Second part is how much beta? 24. This is a beautiful problem, of course. Focus on this. Now, problem number 3. This, yeah. A is to B, he mentioned that. Of course, he gave us 2 is to 5. B is to C, bye bye here, 10 is to 25. And the target is A is to C. I think you know. A is to B is nothing but officially what is that? A by B. A upon B, 2 by 5 parts. And B by C beta he gave us 10 by 25. The question is, of course, what is A by C? So mathematically, we'll write A by C in this style, Baba. What is that, sir? A by B into B by C. By that, BB gets cancelled and remaining. That's the reason. Whenever you have this type of ratio, we'll write easily that A by B, it's 2 by 5. B by C is 10 by 25. Beta 5 ones are and 5 2s are. So what is that? It's exactly 2 2s are 4 numerator part and denominator 25 only. So answer is 4 is to 25 is the right answer, beta. Now please go to problem number 4. Yes, I told you I'll start from the basic that I'll extend. Maximum ఈ వీడియో మీరు చూసినట్టయితే డెఫినెట్గా ఏ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ రాసినా తప్పకుండా బాగా చేయగలుగుతారు. సో మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఎవరైనా వాళ్ళకి షేర్ చేసేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. అండ్ అదర్వైజ్ కోచింగ్కి జాయిన్ కావాలనుకున్నా కానీ మోస్ట్ వెల్కమ్ టు మంత్ర ఐఏఎస్ అకాడమీ. వీఆర్ స్పెసిఫికల్లీ వాట్ సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్స్, మన లాంగ్వేజ్లో ఐఏఎస్ ఎగ్జామ్, అండ్ లా ఎంట్రన్స్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, క్లాట్, AILET, SLAT, ఆల్ ఈవెన్ స్టేట్ LAWCET, వీటన్నిటి మీద ఫోకస్ చేస్తాం. సో మీ వాళ్ళు ఎవరు తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు ఉన్నా సరే ప్లీజ్ సజెస్ట్ దెమ్ టు కమ్ టు మై ప్లేస్. అండ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ న్యాచురల్లీ సేమ్ అక్కడ రెగ్యులర్ క్లాస్ అండ్ మెటీరియల్ ఇవన్నీ కామన్ అండి. సో నౌ ది క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 4 హియర్. A is to B, 2 is to 3, B is to 4, 4 is to 5. Target is A is to B is to C beta. In this case, we have B also there. Previously, we don't have that. The first and last term, A and C. Now, ilanti case ela cheyali? That's a very important question here. Same style, Baba. We have two methods in this case, right? I'll just tell you best method in this. A is to B is 2 is to 3 beta. B is to C is equal to 4 is to 5. So in this case, B 4 parts, in this case, B 3 parts, but we have to take only common part of this. So how can you get it? Simply before doing shortcut method, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll tell you first shortcut method only. Straight operation, that is called as 2 into 4 is to cross. This is what, my dear? 4 into 3, right? Again, 3 5s are. So 2 into 4 straight cross is 4 into 3, finally 3 into 5. This is called as 8 is to 12 is to 15 is the shortcut method. If you want write directly, this is the best way. Means straight AB. You just write ఇలా రాసి పెట్టండి, AB ఒకసారి BC ఇలా రాసేస్తే ప్రాబ్లం తేలిక అవుతుంది. యాక్చువల్లీ మెథడ్ ఏంటి సార్ జనరల్గా ఎలా చేస్తారు అంటే ఐ టెల్ దాట్ నౌ. సో నౌ కమ్ టు ది పాయింట్. బాబా A, B, కాలేజ్ A is to B 2 is to 3 ఉంది, B 4 by 5, 4 is to 5 ఉంది. B 4 parts, ఇక్కడ 3 parts. Our target is A is to B is to C implies. Now take this B value, second part of B is 4, and multiply that with 4, of course, the first expression. And ఏంటి మీకు 4 into 2 is to 4 into 3. That it is what you can say BA is to BB. Same now, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్లో ఉన్న B వాల్యూ 3 కదా, జస్ట్ మల్టిప్లై విత్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్ ద ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ సెకండ్ ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ B విత్ ద సెకండ్ రేషియో. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as 3 into 4 is to 3 into 5 beta. Now it's a common value you got here. That is 8 is to 12 is to 15. This is the best way. Otherwise, shortcut is 100% always better. ఈ ప్రాబ్లం మీకు ఇప్పటి నుంచి ఎప్పుడు వచ్చినా సింపుల్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. 2 is to 3, 4 is to 5 ఒకటే సెకండ్లో అవుతుంది. 2 4s are 8, 4 3s are 12, 5 3s are 15. Khatam. Within 5 seconds of time, this is a beautiful shortcut method. So same స్టైల్లో మీకు ప్రాబ్లం నెంబర్ 5th ఉంది, ఇది మీరు ట్రై చేయండి. A is to B ఎంత ఇచ్చారు నాన్న? 7 is to 9 ఇచ్చారు. B is to C 3 is to 5 ఇచ్చారు. మనకు కావాల్సింది సేమ్ థింగ్, A is to B is to C. సో దీని ఆన్సర్ నేను మీకు ఇస్తాను. ఆప్షన్ ఏ. ట్రై దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ ప్లీజ్. Go to question number 6th నాన్న. Find the third proportional to 9 and 12. The formula for third proportional, I told you that B square by A and A. Second term square by the first term. Third proportionality is nothing but B square is nothing but 12 square by 9. Means don't write 144. ఎప్పుడైనా calculations ఉన్నప్పుడు మీరు ఈ స్టైల్లో వెళ్ళడం బెటర్. Better do in this style that 12 into 12 by 9. Means don't write 144. Even I too know that. Of course, 12 square is 140. No, you will be definitely. But point is, don't write that. When calculation in this style, do this. 3 3s are better. 3 4s are. And 3 4s are. 4 into 4, how much it is? 16. That's the third proportionality is option A అవుతుంది. Now, problem number 7th. Because I know in minimum time, I want to give you maximum number of questions. Subject చెప్పేసి maximum ఒక గ్రిప్ ఇస్తాను. దాంతో మీరు ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఓన్గా ప్రిపేర్ అవ్వాలనుకున్నా రైట్, లేదు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, ఇది చాలా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. దెన్ మోస్ట్ వెల్కమ్ టు మంత్ర. ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ ఫర్ దోస్ హు ఆర్ విల్లింగ్ టు టేక్ ద కోచింగ్ ఫర్ ఎనీథింగ్. మీరు CSAT 2 కావచ్చు, ఇండివిజువల్ మాడ్యూల్స్ కావచ్చు, టోటల్స్ PCM కావచ్చు, రైట్. లాలో మీకు నచ్చిన ఎగ్జామ్ క్లాటే కావచ్చు, AILET కావచ్చు, SLAT కావచ్చు, ఏది రాసినా మోస్ట్ వెల్కమ్ టు మై ప్లేస్. Find the fourth proportional of this 3, 5 and 12, 21. So beta, when you have ABC, 3 numbers are there, fourth proportionality formula నేను మీకు మెన్షన్ చేశా. BC by A. That's called as B second term, C third term, A is 3 baba. 3 7s are. So what is the value? 5 7s are, it is 35. That's option B, my dear. 7th question is that. Then go to problem number 8 here. This is what actually ఎలా చేస్తారు సార్. ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తే చాలు. Find the mean proportional between 32 and 2. Baba, I told you the formula for mean proportionality, root of AB. So the first term is 32, second is 2. Root of 32 into 2 is of course 64. Root 64 if it comes out, that 8. So answer in rastamanu. Find the mean proportion of this, and that is exactly 8 is right answer here. Then ninth question తీసుకోండి. The compounded ratio of 5 is to 4, 4 is to 7 and is x is to 35. Find x. A beautiful question. మీకు చెప్పాను నేను compounded ratio of a is to b, comma c is to d, and if three ratio, in this case 2 ne unnai kada, I'll take this one. C is to d is equal to what? AC is to BD, because product of antecedents is to product of consequence. ఇక్కడ ఈ వాల్యూ మనకి ఇచ్చారు. 5 is to 4, comma 4 is to 7. The compounded ratio is what? X is to 35. Now I am taking the compounded ratio, how much it is. Yeah, come to the point. Product of this and this, called as 5 into 4 antecedents. Products of second, consequence, 4 into 7. Better don't write 20 into 28, because you know 20 is to 25. Don't know how to write it. Big cancellation is over. So 5 parts and this is 7. Now CR is equal to this, not therefore 5 is to 7 is equal to x is to 35. When this is nothing but 5 is to 7 as x is to 35 implies proportionality formula. Product of extremes is equal to product of mean cities. So 7. 7 5s are Baba. Then what's the value of x now? It's exactly 25. So that's the reason you can get 5 is to 7. Otherwise impossible. మీరు చూడండి, x is to 35 కదా, 25 is to 35 అంటే ఏమొస్తుంది మీకు? 5 5s are 5 7s are. Even by using the options also మీరు ఆన్సర్ చేయగలుగుతారు. But anyhow, I did in proper way. So problem number 8, 9th is over. 25 is right answer beta. Then go to question number 10th. Here application start out. Two numbers are in the ratio of 3 is to 4. If 7 is added to each term, the ratio becomes 4 is to 5 beta. Correct? So find the numbers. Focusing numbers find out, children. Very important. Given ratio. What's the given ratio here, please? It's 3 is to 4. So మీకు రేషియో ఇచ్చినప్పుడు వెంటనే నెంబర్స్ ఏమవుతాయో చెప్పాను నేను. 3x and 4x are the numbers here. Then every number is added by how much now? 7. Because of adding of 7 and 7 to denominator and denominator, it has become 4 is to 5. Then the question is, what are those numbers? But of target enti, what's the value of 3x? At the same time, what's the value of 4x? Idi man target nanu. So for that, now look at here. 3x plus 7 by 4x plus 7. This ratio has become how much it is? 4 by 5. Now you know, fraction is equal to some fraction plus cross multiplication. 5 into this numerator part, 3x plus 7 is equal to 4 into 4x plus 7 beta. 5 3s are 15x. 5 7s are 35. 4 4s are 16x and plus 28. Now just x goes to right side, 28 comes to here. Therefore, 15x minus, I'll send that. 16x I'll take. 15x is going to right side now. 16x minus 15x is equal to beta 35 minus of 28. I'm sending this to this side and it is coming to left side. So beta here x is equal to how much you got? 7. Therefore the numbers are 3 into 7, comma 4 into 7. Implies 3 7s are 21 and 4 7s are 28. So find the numbers in this case. So what you can say regarding this, automatically ఎప్పుడైనా సరే నన్ను చూసి కన్ఫ్యూజ్ కావద్దండి కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో, రైట్? పర్టికులర్లీ యూపీఎస్సీ కానీ క్లాట్ కానీ నన్ను చూడగానే అదేదో అయ్యో లేదు అని మళ్ళీ చెక్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మనం ప్రాపర్గా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు ఆన్సర్ నన్ ఇస్ డెఫినెట్ ఆన్సర్, ఇష్యూ క్లోజ్. సో నన్ ఇస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్ బెటా. దెన్ 11th question. Two numbers are in the ratio 3 is to 5. If 10 is subtracted from each, the ratio becomes 1 is to 5. Find the greater number. మీకు సేమ్ స్టైల్లో చూడండి, రేషియో ఇచ్చాం కదా, the ratio is here, it is 3 is to 5. The numbers must be now, what you can say please? 3x comma 5x beta. 10 is subtracted from each, implies same style, 3x minus 10 by 5x minus 10. Then what happened here? The ratio has become 1 is to 5 or 1 by 5. Then a greater number. So our target is just 5x only. No need of finding what's the value of 3x. For that also we have to find out the value of x actually. So 5 into cross multiplication 5 into 3x minus of 10 is equal to 5x minus 10 beta. This is 5 3s are 15x minus 5 10s are 50 is equal to 5x minus 10. 10x is equal to 50 minus 10, it is 40. So x is equal to how much beta? It is 4. When x is equal to 4, the greatest number of course here is, big number is 5x is equal to 5 into 4 implies 20 is our answer beta. The problem number 11th is this style. So now ఈ బేస్తో మీరు చాలా క్వశ్చన్స్ చేయగలుగుతారు. So best focus on these things and you can do wonders of course. So problem number 12th is, what is it here? Three numbers in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. If sum of their squares is 342, find the middle number. But whenever you have the ratio, I told you one thing, that when the ratio is like this, first of all, next step is numbers. So that is 2 is to 3 is to 5. When ratio is this, numbers are going to be 2x, 3x and 5x beta. Then squares of these numbers, sum of their squares is 342. If you do square of these numbers and adding all these things, you can get 342. Implies that is 2x whole square plus 3x whole square is plus 5x whole square gives you 342, called as 4x square plus 9x square plus 25x square is equal to 342 beta. Its value 4 plus 9, 13, 13 plus 25. Just observe now, this is very simple point of course. Now it's exactly 38x square is equal to how much please? 342. Be cautious while doing the calculation. But 38 tens are 380. So it's not 10 times. 38 is less. So definitely 38 nines are. Even if you do calculation like 19 twos are, that also it's not a problem at all. Now x square is 9 beta. So then x is equal to what? Root of 9 if it comes out 3. Now you got the value x is equal to 3. He is asking that middle number. Baba, middle number is 3x now. Therefore, the number is 3 into 3. You say answer is 9. If you have the option, okay. Otherwise, none. That's what I want to tell you, that option is B here. Then go to question number 13th. In a factory, male workers is to female workers is 3 is to 3, 5 is to 3. If female workers were 40 less than that of the men, find the total workers. But he's asking the total workers, remember. Very interesting point. Male is to female ratio in a factory is 5 is to 3. When ratio given, of course, we'll do the same style. Therefore, the number of male in this case is 5x and female is equal to, of course, we have 3x beta. And female workers were what? 40 less than that of the men, male workers. So 5x and 3x difference is 40. You write that 5x minus of 3x is equal to 40. Simply 2x is equal to 40 beta. Tell me what's the value of x now? X is equal to 20. He is asking the total workers, means male and female. Therefore, the total workers here 5x plus 3x, it's exactly 8x, implies 8 into x value, you know, that is 20. 8 into 2, 16, 0. 160 members are the total workers in the concerned factory. So that's what actually we have. Option B beta. Then go to problem number 14, right? If time permits, I'll take 15, of course. Then the new topic is there. Please, of course, any topics have, all the topics are there. Percentage, average. As of now, you have simple interest, compound interest, this ratio, proportion, profit and loss. Even within days of time, I can upload all the topics of the concerned UPSC CSAT II, at the same time law entrance exams. So just follow my channel, by that you can do minimum. For of course, naturally, anyhow, the guidance is mandatory. Even if you are far away from the place, join our academy. I will train you and will train you, and completely that online availability. Of course, online coaching is there from our institution. Incomes of A and B are in the ratio 3 is to 2 and expenditures are in the ratio 2 is to 1. Each saves, if each saves 1200, find day's income. Better income point of view example, it's a very important question actually speaking. Example, my income, imagine that my income is monthly 1000 rupees and my expenses are, imagine, some 400 rupees. What about my saving please? 600. This 600 is called as savings of mine. So my saving in this particular case is 600 bit. So even if you know this expenses and savings, you will definitely get income. As what? 400 plus 600 you can get income. Or else, if you know income and expenses, you will find saving. That is what saving is equal to what I have to write, income minus of expenditure implies 1000 minus of 400. By that I'll get 6. So anything, if you want any variable, point is this. Income is nothing but expenditure plus saving. That's the story beta. So incomes of A and B. Now income ratio I'm taking that it's 3:2. So therefore what? A's income is equal here 3x. B's income of course beta here it is 2x. In same style expenditures ratio I'm taking that it's 2:1. So A's expenditure is 2y. B's expenditure is what is that? Single y. Income and expenditure difference is saving. I told you that. Therefore, he gave us A saves 1200 rupees and B also saves 1200. So 3x income minus of expenditure is 1200. Same style. B's expenditure subtraction of course from income 2x minus y is also 1002. I have taken two equations because he mentioned 1200 is amount of money. Of course, that's nothing but savings of each. So beta, when RHS is same, obviously LHS must be same. LHS is equal to RHS formula. You know this one in the school days. You might be knowing this one. So LHS must be equal because my target is A's income. Implies I have to find out the value of 3x. By that I should know the value of x compulsory. Therefore, 3x minus of 2y is equal to 2x minus y. But this is what? 3x minus of x, of course, we have is equal to 2y minus y. Means what is the point here? X is equal to y. Wherever you have x, simply keep y. Wherever you have y, simply write the value of x. Because x must be existed and I have to remove y. So in the first equation, what I am taking that 3x instead of y I am taking because y is equal to x now. So 2x is equal to 1200. Therefore, I got that x is equal to 1200. My target is A's income. A's income is 3x. Therefore, A's income is equal to 3 into 1200. Its value 3600. That option is B beta. A beautiful problem. Of course, just follow this. And 15th, I'll just very important. I'll stop after this. Very beautiful question, my dear. Divide rupees 1500 among ABC such that A receives one third of what B and C receives, B receives what two third of A and C receives, and find C share beta here. See, the logic is total amount in this case is how much, please? A plus B plus C. 1500 I have to divide. And A's in the case information is one third of B plus C. Very beautiful point. So I'll use my mathematical application. A by B plus C is going to be, what is that, please? 1 by 3. Therefore, what is the meaning of this, please? Therefore, A is to B plus C is equal to 1 is to 3 beta. Means A is one part, B plus C 3 parts. In same fashion, if I take in this case B is equal to 2/3 of A plus C is nothing but B by A plus C is equal to 2 by 3. You will write this is what A is to B plus C is equal to 2 is to 3. It is not, sorry, B is to, I'm sorry, B is to A plus C. So in this case, what is that? B is 2 parts and A plus C 3 parts beta. From the first part I am going to get here, A's share out of 1500 in the ratio of 1 by 3 implies 1 by 1 upon 1 plus 3, 4 it is, out of 1500 beta. So 4 3s are and A share is 375. Come to the point in this case is B share. B's share is equal to beta same 2 by 3, 2 by 2 plus 3 is what? 2 by 5 out of 1500. Again 5, this is what is that, please? 600. Now point in this case beta, please be a very simple point I want to tell you here. A share is 375, B's share is 600. Then what about the remaining is C share? How much it is? He's asking that only. Find C share. Therefore, C's share is equal to total minus these two. 1500 minus of 375 plus 600. This value 1500 minus 975. But what's the value of this? Exactly 525. That's in option C beta. So this is what you call the topic ratio and proportion. So with this base, Yeah, of course, we have so many number of course questions to practice. అది చాలా ఉంటుంది. If you come to my academy, no doubt we'll train you everything. Anyhow, but I tried my best to give you this one. I wish you all the best to my youngsters. Yeah, within days of time మీకు యూపీఎస్సీ CSAT II ఉంది. దానికి తప్పకుండా హెల్ప్ అవుతుందని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తూ I wish you all the best, my dear wonderful youngsters. God bless you. We'll meet with another video by tomorrow. Bye bye.